We're on the clock now, where we give our panelists about 15 seconds each to sound off on the following topics. First up, as federal officials resume deportations from that complex in Artesia that has been transformed into a detention center for some 600 undocumented women and children, protesters clashed over the weekend. Near the site, volunteer attorneys say many of the women have complained about the lack of medication and healthy food for their kids. Some of these attorneys contend that federal officials are not allowing immigrants access to proper legal representation as well. Governor Susana Martinez says that is not the case, and she blasted the feds for failing to tackle immigration reform. Some, including Representative Steve Pearce, maintain these people are economic refugees, not legitimate asylum seekers, but the Los Angeles Times recently reported that some children sent back to Honduras have already been slain. Now, Vicki, some of these temporary facilities have already closed, so where do we see this going here in Artesia? And by the way, I have to note, Channel 4 did a great report on this over the weekend. You could see some of the detainees over the wall waving at some of the protesters.
Right.
That was very interesting, wasn't it?
It was very interesting, and it was amazing to see that the protesters that were supporting the folks there was like 3-4 times as many as those opposing, which I thought was rather interesting in Artesia. What they need to do is let some journalists in there and get the information out to the people. They've been denying journalists any access to interviews, and if you want to stop it, nip it in the bud with a journalist.
There you go, Mylan.
I was there and got no access to the immigrants even after the Homeland Security people said, please don't photograph our residents.
Oh, interesting. No kidding.
Yes.
That's it.
So-
Are you going to head back and try again at some
I'm
point?
going to, yes.
Excellent. Keep us posted on that for sure. What do you think, Laura?
Well, I'm glad to hear that he's going back, because I do think it's an important issue that needs to be covered. And, you know, it's such an interesting and important issue here right in our backyard that I think we should all be taking notice.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan, your thought?
It's not going to get better until we fix the border problem, and it's got to be addressed. And there's been no meaningful discussions to address this, and we've got to figure out not only about the border, we got to figure out how we're going to address this global problem that you're having with the billions of dollars we're sending to these countries.
Sure, absolutely. Now, new subject, the University of New Mexico's women's soccer team is under scrutiny for a reported hazing incident that prompted two young players from California to leave the team. There were allegations of players being forced to strip and then being sprayed with urine, while also drinking large amounts of alcohol. Now, at a press conference yesterday at UNM, Athletic Director Paul Krebs acknowledged there was alcohol involved, but said the ongoing investigation has not confirmed those other charges. Mr. Krebs said UNM has addressed hazing in the past, but said the institution needs to do more. New Mexico is just one of 6 states that does not have an anti-hazing law in the books, Laura. And I got to wonder, this is a classic question we tackle at this table all the time. Would legislation have made a difference, all that kind of a thing? And even beyond that, what should happen here? I mean, there's been other things that have happened, other teams at UNM, where it's just sort of glossed over.
Right.
This has become a very big deal for some people.
Right, and a really, really awful, you know, just an awful reputational thing to have happened to UNM and the soccer team that already, I think, if you Google UNM soccer, you see the girl pulling the other girl down and, you know, that kind of thing.
Her hair last year,
That's my recollection of UNM's women's soccer.
Right.
I think this is something that's very serious, and to your question about whether legislation would have made a difference, having something on the books I think will make a difference in terms of enforcement down the road, but ultimately I think the team and the school need to make it clear that there's a zero tolerance for this.
Sure, Mr. Krebs said we failed. We failed the team, we failed those kids by not having this anti-hazing thing more clear.
Well, that just shows you his lack of knowledge. I mean, a law doesn't stop people. There's laws are broken daily. Another law is not going to stop this action. I'm just surprised that, you know, so far, you know, the only thing that's been proven is there was alcohol at this event. Really? There was alcohol at a gathering of college kids? I mean, I'm shocked to hear it. I think they need to let the process run its course. I do want to congratulate UNM. I think they've taken some swift action.
Right.
They need to be applauded for that. I mean, they didn't say, hey, we're not going to figure this out. I mean, there's been game suspensions and things like that already put in place.
That's right on the bell, Dan. You're taking over the time. Mylan, real quick.
It needs to be swifter. I don't think it's been anything to praise.
Right.
Everyone on the team involved, they ought to cancel the season.
Yeah, there you go. Vicki, your quick thought on this?
It's just, again, it's another scandal within athletics, and people think that these guys and women get away with something because they're bringing money into a place or recognition, and the thought that we even have 18, 19, and 20-year-olds who want to do this kind of stuff is quite frankly appalling.
Interesting. Now, thank you all for being here. We're going to do the rest of these on the clocks online. And as always, all of us here at New Mexico in Focus appreciate your time and your effort to stay informed and engaged. Catch up with us anytime on social media by searching New Mexico in Focus And you can find archived interviews and often bonus material from our shows on our YouTube channel and at NewMexicoInFocus.org. I'm Gene Grant. We'll see you next week in Focus.